타이탄.
You have a problem?
좀 타이탄.
Sometimes you can show us the problem, please. When you make like this, it hurts.
타이탄.
Just a little bit tightening.
A little bit
here.
when you make this. Okay, we will have a look. Okay,
Jesus.
we start in the same way.
같은 방법으로 시작할 겁니다.
We start with the palpation, overview palpation. Acromion, spina, angulus inferior, margo lateralis. I start every time like this. I don't go on the point and I press. It's not appropriate.
항상 바로 누르진 않고 좀 이렇게 팔페이션으로 시작을 한다고 하죠.
I don't do
막 호백하고 많이 나갑니다.
like a child. Now I'm interested in the lateral border of the scapula. I know here the muscle is situated. I know the posterior part of the axilla fold. There are two muscles. In this part there is teres major and latissimus, and caudally from here it's just the latissimus. Though I can say hello to the latissimus.
여기서 이제 라티스머스도 바로 찾을 수 있습니다.
And you see, this is latissimus. It goes here back. This is not teres major. I'm caudally from the angulus inferior, and so I know it can't be teres major. Okay. Then I continue here, and I know this part laterally. This is latissimus dorsi. And I know the teres major must lay in this side to the scapula. Now I give resistance for the hand, and you press against my knee, and then I feel and I see here the muscle which comes from the scapula, and this must be the teres major. And release, please.
테네스 메이너가 이제 생긴 게 여기서 이렇게 이어가서 가기 때문에 테네스 마이너는 당연히 여기서 만질 수가 없고, 반대로 테네스 마이너는 여기서 이어가기 때문에 테네스 메이저가 없기 때문에 구분해서 만질 수가 있다.
Exactly. The easiest way. I start laterally, I know this is not teres major, and then I know it has to be here. Okay. And release. Now this is a muscle I can approach from two sides. Here I have a flat palpation, infraspinatus teres major, and if I can approach to the muscle from 2 or 3 sides, I go with pincer grip most often. And you see, this is a snapping palpation. I can feel here the bands, the taut bands, the parts of the muscle. I'm like this. Okay. So here inside are two muscles. It's the outer part is here the latissimus. I don't press it. I press more medially here the teres major. This is just teres major.
요 라티스모스 돌지를 측정할 때는 여기서 이렇게 들어갈 수는 있는데 이 공간을 눌러야지 여기 빈 공간, 이 손가락이 있는 공간을 누르지 않고 여기를 정확하게 눌러줘야 된다고 합니다. 핀치 그립을 사용할 때.
I don't take it like this. It doesn't work. I have to go to the thorax, to the ribs, and then to take whole the portion. And there is the latissimus dorsi, but I press not on the latissimus, I press on the teres major. Here. Please, resistance here, then I can feel it.
요렇게 하지 않고 요렇게
And
하는
release.
이유가 라티스모스 돌지를 빼고 여기를 만질 수 있어서 이렇게 한다고 합니다. 그러니까 예를 들어서 요렇게 해버리면은 라티스모스 돌지랑 같이 촉진이 되기 때문에 요런 그립을 이용한다고 합니다.
And then I am looking for taut bands here.
밴드가 있고
I follow the taut bands, criteria 1. It's equal the pain here and here.
어디 지금 그 뻣뻣함이
저네.
It's equal.
inferior.
inferior
Inferior.
or inferior.
Okay. So I can ask. Here it's more.
Yes.
Okay. It's too much. It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I have a look. Now this would be the trigger point. I stay on the point. And which technique I practice now?
어떤 거 해볼까요? 대표님 어떤 테크닉을 지금
Yes,
2A.
technique 2A, exactly. Huh? I go in final direction, slowly, little way, constant pressure.
그러다가 천천히 반격주고
So I repeat the techniques. Which technique I prefer now?
지금은 없나요? 지금
One, yes. Rest. And now, no, 2B. Not 3. 2B. Slow down with the movement, yes. Also, if he moves, he has to move slowly because otherwise he goes it very fast, and I have to inform the patient as to perform the movement. Like this, it's great, yes. Okay, this is technique 2B.
2B를 할 때 비슷해 솔루션 엔드레인지까지 다 같이 가는지 아니면 미들레인지에서
And
빠지면 안 된대.
no, I'm on the
빠지는 거
bound.
잡은 상태에서 이제 어깨 자체 돌리잖아. 인터널 익스터널 로테이션 할 때.
Is it essential that move patient body full end range to end range?
No.
It's not essential.
Not the idea. Because if you move a long way, you have a long way without effect. You make. I find the point again. Here is the muscle. You see it, huh? Okay, I'm correct. Okay. Now you move, and do you feel the same pain?
그 움직임 때 통증이 계속 같은가요?
Huh?
끝이점에서.
So feel the pain in end range.
In end range. Go in this position where you feel most pain.
제일 아픈 데까지.
Here. Okay. And if you release, you feel it too. If you don't work,
스스로 안 움직여도 똑같은 통증이 있나요?
no. Now keep here the arm.
다시 유지해 보세요.
Take it. You feel it still.
똑같네.
Okay. Now I know it's not a trigger point under my finger. It's the movement which makes the pain. So I have to go with the analysis in this direction. This was not because of my pressure. It was because it's an end range pain. This can be a problem of the stretched muscle, not of the contracted muscle. It can be a joint, a capsule problem. It can be a lot of things. So I have to differentiate this clearly. But back to your question, if I'm on the point, and here is more, and then is less, and here is more, and then is less, and here is more, and then is less, it doesn't work to make a big movement because here it doesn't make pain. I don't have any therapeutic effect. Then I go in this part where it hurts most, and it's a limited movement just there where the patient feels the pain.
통증이 너무 있는데 이거를 급하게 할 필요는 없고 환자가 허용하는 범위 안에서 움직이면 됩니다. 그리고 아까 너무 막 이렇게 끝 지점에서 측정까지 가면은 이 포인트를 눌러놨는데 근육이 수축을 너무 이렇게 이완을 많이 하면서 포인트를 놓칠 수가 있어가지고 이렇게 끝 지점에서 막 이렇게 빠르게 하죠.
Okay. But very good questions. Thank you. Okay. So we repeated technique 2, technique 1, 2A, 1, 2B, and now to the technique 4.
이제 4번 해보겠습니다.
The technique 4 is not a technique on a trigger point. It's a technique between two muscles. Okay. Because I want to go between the muscles, it's best to use a little bit of massage milk, because like this, yeah, you can look.
스위스 제다.
Yes. Milk.
Yes. Chinese.
Okay. Because I don't want to hurt the skin, and if I go between the muscles, then I can irritate the skin too much, so I can take a little bit. Okay. I know I want to go between the teres minor and the teres major. Please press here again. Here I have the teres major, here the latissimus. If I'm here, I'm between teres major and latissimus. Shall I practice here the technique 4?
제가 한번 4번 하도록 하겠습니다.
Does it worse to practice technique 4 between latissimus and teres major?
라티스퍼스하고 테레스 마이너 사이에서 정말 4번 연습하는 게 사실 연습하는 게 베스트 방법.
Why? Shall I practice between teres major and latissimus, or between teres major and teres minor?
아니 지금 말씀하시는 게 테레스 메이저랑 라티스무스 도이시를 하는 게 좋은지 테레스 메이저랑 마이너 사이를 하는 게 좋은지 이건 물어본 거 아니에요? 아니에요?
그게 메이저랑 라티스 돌지랑 그 사이에서 지금 하고 있는 거고 그걸 연습해 보는 게 더 좋다 이 말 아니에요? 그 마이너와 메이저는 구분하기.
아니 메이저랑 라티스무스 도이시는 기능이 똑같잖아. 기능이 똑같은 거를 할 필요가 있냐 이 말.
근데 왜 지금 그걸 하고 있는 거예요?
Can you again?
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. You see, we have the teres major,
Yeah.
here, this field, and this teres major
Yeah.
is neighbor to the teres minor, and it's also neighbor to the latissimus dorsi.
Yeah.
And though it's possible that there is an adhesion between teres major and latissimus, or between teres major and teres minor. And the question now is both important to release between teres major and latissimus, and teres major and teres minor, or is it more important to release here, or more important to release here? We can say this between teres major and latissimus, this is A, and this would be B.
B.
And which one is more important? B. Why?
아고니스트 안타고니스트.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There we have antagonists between teres minor and teres major, and teres major and latissimus are synergists, so it doesn't worth here to work. And it's very good to understand this, to repeat this, and in the decision-making process, you know, it doesn't worth to work here. You spend your time, but you have to work here. Here we will have a problem. Okay, great. So I have to find, once again, pressure. I don't have to stay here outside of the teres major. I have to go on this side of the teres major. This is very important.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And here you see we have teres major, and then this is teres major, and here is teres minor. I go between these two muscles, and then I go in this direction. Why? Because the muscle is like this sign. They come together from the inferior angle of the of the scapula, and if there is a problem, it will be here, not here. It will be here. So I start here where it's open, it's easy to get access, and from here I work in this direction where it could be a problem.
다 오케이 한 거니까.
I think everybody has understood because my Korean is just.
그러니까 그
because you-
분류가 여기서 이렇게 부채처럼 이렇게 뻗어 나가는 형태고 여기서 만나고 유착이 되기 때문에 여기서부터 시작하는 게 아니고 이 공간이 있는 곳부터 쭉 들어가서 유착이 쉽게 생길 수 있는 곳으로 접근하는 거예요.
So take your time for the orientation. Please press here. It's not too strong, just easy. Press. Yeah, it's enough. It's just the activation of the muscle. It's not. You don't have to work a lot. It's just for the activation. I can feel teres major. I know I have to go in this direction. Now this is the structure. I go with my thumb here, and then I say, please press on the other side. Here. Yes. And now I have the external rotator, and I can feel with this part of the thumb teres minor. And you press against my knee again. Here. Yes. And then I feel the teres major. And so I have the feedback. I'm really between teres major and teres minor. And this you make several times to be sure I'm between these two muscles. You change. Okay. Teres minor and other direction. You press to my knee. Other direction. Yes. Now this is teres major. Okay. Then I release and I go deep on the scapula. Now I feel the scapula. I rest profound in touching the scapula, and I go in very little steps in this direction to the angulus inferior. But I have to feel, is it possible to stay deep, or I lose the contact with the scapula? And then after 2 or 3 steps, I say press here again. Yes, I feel I'm correct. You move here, I feel I'm correct. It's all okay. Next step, I go further. Okay, here. Once again, you press here. Yes, I feel in this part, you change. In this part of the finger, the activation is perfect. Okay. And now if I go further, I feel I lose the contact with the scapula. I go up, and then I don't go further because it does. Then I'm superficial. I rest in the contact with the scapula here, and then I'm at the end. And if I'm here, I move in this, a little bit in this, a little bit in this direction to release between teres minor and teres major.
It was so long, you know.
Yeah, I know. Just the last part.
어쨌든 좀 긴데 자, 아까 손으로 저항 검사하는 이유는 수축을 시켜가지고 정확하게 더 조직을 구분하기 위해서 한번 그렇게 시켜보는 것도 좋은 방법이고, 그리고 이거 누를 때 뭐 알겠지만은 1, 2에서 유지했던 거지만은 이 프레싱을 같은 수준으로 계속 유지하는 게 중요합니다. 스캐폴라 본이 느껴지는 위치에서 쭉. 근데 스캐폴라가 끝나는 것 같다. 뭔가 내 손이 근육 위로 볼록 올라왔고 더 이상 스캐폴라 없다. 그러면 거기서 더 가지 말고 유지. 그냥 범위를 정해주는 거예요.
통증이 있어도 됩니까?
If we okay, we will still keep the pressure if patient have a many pain.
Yes, but often this is not a main pain because I'm not on the trigger point. This is very particular. You see, the trigger point in the teres major lies probably here, and here is a lot of pain. But here, I'm not in contact with the pain, the great pain of the patient. It's a structural problem, but it's not the hot spot of the problem. If it would be the hot spot, it's not because of the adhesion, then I would go on the teres minor or on the teres major and treat first the trigger points in this region, not with technique 4. I would treat with technique 3, with technique 2B or with technique 2A. I would change, I would look on the muscle where is the really hot spot.
짧게 설명하자면은 통증이 있기는 힘들게 이미 트리거 포인트를 지나가지고 이걸 쓸어가지고 그 근육의 끝 지점에서 하고 있는 거기 때문에 트리거 포인트랑 별개를 누르고 있어서 통증이 유발이 되지 안에 강률이 크고 그 다음에 부분적으로 이렇게 누르다가 또 다른 트리거 포인트가 뭐 아픈 데가 있으면은 또 아까 말했던 것처럼 뭐 사암을 다시 쓰든 이를 쓰든 해가지고 상황에 맞게 사용하면 됩니다.
질문이 이거 트리거 포인트를 치료하는 거야? 어테이션 자체를 떼서 하는 거야? 테크닉 4잖아요.
사이를
사이를
스트레칭 시켜줘요.
그러면 이걸 할 때 약간의 스트레치를 해서 하는 건지 아니면 아까 장력 길이 곡선에서 근육을 늘려서 하는 건지 짧게 하는 건지 그것도 한번 적을 수 있어요. 이게 만약 테크닉 4를 할 때.
This technique is for separation of the muscle, right?
Exactly.
So if we use this technique 4, we need stretching patient's arms. Is it essential?
It's like this. If you want to enter between two muscles, it's better not to stretch the muscles because if they are stretched, you don't have the space to enter deeply. It's
Yeah.
better.
이 근육이 늘어나 있는 상태가 되면은 서로 사이의 공간이 오히려 더 작아질 수가 있기 때문에 이 기법은 근육을 만드는 게 근육 사이를 만들어야 되는데 서로 타이트해지면은 그 들어갈 공간이 없어져서 스트레칭 하지는 않고 진행.
If you want to enter here, it's better it's not stretched. If it's stretched, it's difficult to enter. It's better it's not stretched to enter. But this is in opposite to the technique 3. The technique 3 is more efficient if you go in pre-stretch. So if you have the possibility to go in pre-stretch, then you can use this. This is a very good solution for technique 3, and we go in pre-stretch, but not for technique 4.
4번에서는 아니지만은 반대로 3번에서는 이렇게 프리 스트레칭 포지션을 만들어 놓고 적용을 하는
Okay. But most shoulder patients, they can't move like this. They have a problem, so you have to go just in the area where it's pain-free. This is more important because there is pain, there is a restriction.
대부분의 환자가 아파서 저 정도 각도까지 안 나오니까 당연히 통증이 없는 각도까지만 스트레칭 만들어 놓고
So you go just as far in pre-stretch that there is no pain.
프리 스트레칭 모션도 통증이 없는 범위에서.
Yes. Okay, so please first identification of the scapula, then you feel here the latissimus. You go here, latissimus, then you know middle teres major. You repeat at the teres major, technique 2, technique 1. Then new, technique 4 between teres major and teres minor. And to the end, you repeat technique 3.
그래서 라티스머스부터 스캐폴라 해가지고 그 주변에 있는 그래서 마이너 메이저 다 찾고 기법 1, 2, 3, 4 다음에